Alright, so in this video we are going to have a look at using the metronome and the importance of using the metronome. You'll hear me go on and on and on about make sure you use the metronome in all aspects of music technology. That's during this sequencing module, and later in the year during recording live music I'll be on and on and on about metronomes and their importance. You can see on this right hand side here at the moment I've got a keyboard. I'm using the keyboard on my actual laptop keyboard, hence the reason I've got this up now. Don't worry too much about this. You will always be using your MIDI keyboards. I just haven't got mine to hand right now. So just for the purpose of demonstrating, I'm just using it on my actual laptop keyboard. So don't worry too much about that. It is this side of the screen that we are focusing mainly on. Now, what I've got here is I've just got a basic grid, empty grid. I'm ready to start recording. So what do I need to do? Now, the piece I'm going to record is a reasonable tempo. It's quite fast. So I'm actually going to have a look at more than 120. Now, 120 is the standard. 120 is this speed. It's about a marching tempo. So if you're a brass band or you went to see a marching band, it's about walking marching tempo, 120. 2 beats a second, okay? Now, I want my click to be on. My metronome is essentially my click track. It is the click that we heard then when we were recording that goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the reason it's really important is that if you are recording more than one track, which we are for this, we need to make sure they're all together. We need to make sure they're all in time, otherwise they'll sound like a mess, okay? Now it's not absolutely essential that we record everything exactly in time with the metronome first thing. And it doesn't mean that if you don't get it exactly with the metronome first thing that you have to delete it. Now there are other tricks when sequencing that allow us to get things in time, and I will show you those in a couple of lessons down the line. But if we are close to the metronome, it's going to help you out massively, particularly if you're adding vocals, if we're adding in live instruments as well. We need to make sure that we're using it, and we are trying our best to use it. Now, in the previous model, I showed you where the metronome was, but just to remind us, 1, 2, 3, 4 is already in purple. That is the count in, okay? So if I turn that off and I start to record by pressing R, it just starts right at the beginning. That's going to be really hard to start to record. I have no idea what my tempo is going to be. If I click 1, 2, 3, 4, it essentially just gives me a little count in before we start at bar 1. Not that it makes too much difference, because I would always encourage you to never actually start recording right at the beginning. Also let it go for a few bars. We can always drag it back afterwards. It doesn't have to start on bar 1. So never be tempted to just rush and start playing right away on bar 1, because the chances are it'll just be a bit of a rush. Just let yourself settle in, feel the beat before you get going. Right, so then I'm going to turn my metronome on. So this just means that the click will continue throughout my recording, okay? I need to then listen to that click. There's no point me putting it on and just ignoring it. I need to listen to it. I need to get the rhythm. So this is what I'm aiming to record. So that's what I'm going for. But I want to make sure that that is the kind of speed I'm after. So I'm looking for 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So I'm just going to hit record. I'm not playing, just hear what that tempo is like at 120. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to practice. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to stop. I don't have to stop right away, remember? I can leave it, then space. And Logic's really clever. It knows when I stop playing, so it's going to take it back to there. A little bit slow. So I'm going to delete that. I'm going to put it up to, it lets me. I'm going to drag it up to about 135 instead. Hit enter, back to the beginning. I'm going to hit record, R. Oh, it's a bit fast, but I'm going to go for it this time. I'm going to let it go. I don't have to do it right at the beginning. It's recording now. Here's my click. 2, 2, 2. I know what I'm recording, so it's going bum, bum, doo, dun, 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 ba, dun, dun. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, don't rush to stop at the end, take your time, hit space. Logic's nice and clever, it knows where we were. Like I said just now, if you do want it at the beginning, you can then drag it and put it anywhere you want it on here. Okay? Right, so let's have a listen, and let's see if that's in time with a metronome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Great, space to stop. Happy with that. Now what this means is when I come to add a new track, I know the timing is going to be the same. So that metronome is going to help me make sure that my track is in time with this one. So it's really important that we can try to record to a click track. It doesn't always have to be those chord parts like that. Here's me just having a go. I'm going to have a go at improvising a melody when this is finished. So now I'm just going to have a go at improvising a melody in, okay, a tune, but it's just going to move with the metronome. Here we go.